Hello everyone, welcome to SalesforceTrail, your one-stop solution to Salesforce learning. I'm your host Akanksha, and today we're gonna discuss about some of the underrated security tools of Salesforce. If you ask an admin about security, Salesforce security, first thing that pops in their mind is profile, permission sets, and roles. But there are three underrated tools that actually answer the security questions. Who can log in, when can they log in, for how long they log in, and from where can they log in. These questions are best answered by these tools. That these tools are login hours, login IP address, and session policies. Now I'm going to share my screen and we're going to talk about one of the first tool, that is login hours. Login hours are mostly set on profile. So they are set on the profiles. If you have different time zone, if a company has people working different time zones, and they have a different profile, like their sales team is working at different time, their service team is working at different time, then only at that time the user needs to log in. Like their sales team need to log in from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and then they really need to log in inside the org at 9 p.m. If they try to log in at 5 in the morning, they won't be granted access. For setting login hours, we just have to select the profile. For example, I've selected the authenticated website profile, which is a website provided by the Salesforce org. Just select profile and then go to login hours section, click on edit. When you click on edit, just select the days. If a company is working for 5 hours, have 5 days working, just set the org of this profile to those 5 days. And once you click on save, these login hours will be working for that. The second tool that we'll be discussing about is login IP address. Login IP addresses are actually used when are also set on the profile only, and these are also set on profile. Let me show how these login IPs. Just have a quick search, select the profile, go to the authenticated website profile, and when you go to authenticated website, we have to scroll down to the login IP ranges. Click on new. Just select the IP range, that is start and end. Make sure it actually helps to make sure that only have user having login ID and password won't be granted an access. They need to have a secure network. So these IP ranges work according to that. It's mostly used by the companies which have remote teams. Like for example, and they can a small description can be added, like it's for contract employees, or it's for interns, or it's for a developer or something. A team they're working is in India, the team is working in USA. Depending on the requirement of the company, they can set the login IP range profile. The third tool that we'll be talking about is session policies. We all have faced a situation where we are submitting a form or doing a transaction, a session get expired. This is similar to that tool is session policy. It actually helps. Previous two tools were working with preventing the login inside unauthorized user from login inside the org. While this tool works a little bit different, that it prevents a user. Uh, it actually prevents setting a user after they have logged in. They track their activity. Like for setting a login hours, you can see the timeout value is there. You just have to set those minutes, like after 15 minutes, if the device is idle for 15 minutes, it will ask you to authenticate again, or it will ask you to enter your passwords again, so that they actually track the activity of a user. And using this, we actually can prevent an unauthorized user even having the username and password and right network from accessing our data. These are small tools that work in hand to secure your org and secure your org data. For learning more about Salesforce, please like, share, and subscribe our channel. And to read about more about these underrated tools, please visit our website, salesforcetrails.com.